welcome back to Home with Ariel. Today I'm sharing with you our sourdough tortilla recipe. Go ahead and combine a half cup of warm water with a quarter cup of sourdough starter discard. I like to stir this together and let it sit for about a minute, just kind of helps activate it. Also, I will write all of the ingredients and their measurements in the description, as well as a link to my recipe on my blog. You can print it out there. So once you get that together, you're gonna stir in 1.5 cups of flour. I have used different types of flour and it's all come out good. I've used whole wheat, I've used all-purpose, I've used einkorn, so I've even used bread flour and it's all good. This is a very forgiving recipe. The next thing you're gonna do is combine a 1/4 teaspoon of baking powder and then a 1/4 teaspoon of salt. And the final ingredient is 2 tablespoons of olive oil, and I have used 2 tablespoons of softened butter as well. So if you don't have olive oil on hand, you can totally substitute that for a different fat. Look at my girlies just doing so well here. Let me know if you guys like to have your kiddos cook with you. I love having mine cook with me, but I will say this too. There are times when mommy just needs to get food on the table and I make them stay out of the hot zone. So don't feel guilty if you don't always have your kids helping you either. But it is such a joy to be able to let them, get their hands in there, get that confidence. The next thing you're gonna do after you combine those is start to knead it. You can either do this by hand. It takes about 5 minutes, I would say. Kneading it by hand, it's very satisfying to do it yourself. Otherwise, if you have a standing mixer or something like that with a dough hook, go ahead and put it in a bowl with the dough hook for about 5 minutes as well. I like to do it on a lower speed, a low to medium speed, like a 3 or a 4. And the goal that you want to get when you're mixing it or kneading it is a springy dough that's soft and smooth. So you can do the poke test where, I'm going to show it on here. You poke the dough, and if it springs back a little bit, then you are golden. You can let that ferment. As you can see there, nice, beautiful dough. Okay, so I put this in a Ziploc bag. It kind of helps keep the moisture, keeps it from drying out. And then I put it with a kitchen towel over it. The darkness helps the fermentation process, and let it sit for about 4 hours. I started this at lunch, and then we are having these tortillas for dinner. So here we go, 4 hours later. I'm gonna divide this dough up into 6 pieces, and I'm giving one of those pieces to my girlies to play with. So one batch will make 6 tortillas. From now on, I am now double batching this because our family of 5, we eat a lot at dinner time. So I learned after today, I was like, oh man, I gotta start double batching this recipe. So next thing you're to do is roll these out. I lightly flour the surface, and I like to use this handy little hand roller. Like, this thing is amazing. It just gets the tortillas so thin, and it's easy to make them circular with the rolling pin. I don't know, maybe I'm just not that talented. It's really not as easy for me. So if you're gonna get serious about your tortilla game, I recommend investing in one of these hand rollers, unless you're just amazing at the rolling pin. Okay, then you're gonna fry these up on a cast iron skillet with some butter. I like to do a medium heat and have your skillet hot before you put the tortilla on, because these cook fast. They only cook, it takes like 20 to 30 seconds on each side. If that, you need to keep your eye on it. So I will roll out a tortilla, cook it, and while it's cooking, I'll roll out the next tortilla. That way I can just get them out real quick. And let's see here, they're gonna kind of bubble a little bit. That's how you know they are ready. So flip it over, and then store it in a little, tortilla warmer if you have one. A friend gave me this. Thank you, Melly, super sweet.